What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, I enjoyed this episode. Esme, I don't trust that girl for nothing. I think everything about her is not only just sneaky, conniving, manipulative, but she's a lie. Um, I really want to deep dive into her. Like, I want to know her background. I really want to know who her parents are. I want to know everything because something ain't adding up with this girl. I can't even say something. A lot is not adding up with this kid. For one, she's claiming that she doesn't have access to her trust fund yet. I don't even believe. I'm starting to believe she doesn't even have a trust fund because if you got rich parents who can send you to a private school, a boarding school in France, why would they allow you to travel to Port Charles with no access to money? That doesn't make sense to me. I'm starting to think that she probably never even went to that school. Like Spencer never specified even if they even have classes together. Like he never said, "Oh, we had classes together." Never, never. And he did say that he had so-called friends out there that were just using him as an ATM machine. So did that girl even go to that boarding school, or was she just there trying to pick up on rich dudes? You know what I mean? We don't know. I really don't know. But I'm starting to suspect that she's not rich, and I'm starting to suspect that she doesn't even come from money. Because what teenager is not gonna call, especially her, because she's very bougie, very pretentious, and the fact that Nicholas was willing to pay for the remodel of the bedroom he was gonna let her stay in, that's stupid. She would have got on the phone and she would have called her parents and said, "Hey, I need some money." The parents would have sent her some money. I don't think she is who she says she is. I don't think she's wealthy. I don't think her parents are wealthy. Furthermore, if your parents are rich, you would have called them to help get Spencer out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Because wealthy people have connections. So I'm pretty sure her parents would have been well connected, right? I don't trust that girl. I think she's lying about everything. Definitely. And it was so funny because she said that she called Scott to represent Spencer, and Scott just laughed and hung up in her face. And that's not even shocking because, for one, Scott can't represent Spencer. Ava is currently Scott's client, so therefore it's a huge conflict of interest. You know what I mean? Like he can't represent the accused and he represents the victim. You know what I mean? As much as some people might say Ava's not a victim, but in this particular case, she is. Um, so yeah, Scott wasn't gonna do that shit anyway. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I am so ready for Trina or Jocelyn to put hands on this girl. Ever since she came to town with her bougie, snooty ass attitude, y'all know I don't like bougie people because they act so superior. I really feel like this girl probably picked up some etiquette book or something and she's pretending to be all bougie and snobbish because she just seemed like she ain't got no money. Like she ain't got no type of etiquette, no nothing. She's just trying to, blend in or whatever. Um, but I'm ready for them to put paws on this girl. Like she needs a beat down. Bad. Like she needs a trip to the woodshed. Um, and now she trying to sit there and tell Trina that she needs to tell Ava to cooperate and drop the charges against Spencer. That didn't even sound like you're asking. It sounded more like a threat, like a warning. And you know how she is. Like that last warning, like she gave Jocelyn, basically telling Jocelyn, "Oh, it's in your best interest to accept me being a part of Spencer's life, or else." They need to whoop this girl ass. They need to break. They need to beat her down. She need a good old fashioned Joe Jackson ass whooping. She need it. Um, and I'm glad Ava showed up though. Ava done popped up at the police station and basically told Spencer sit down. She was like, "Your ass ain't going nowhere." Because Esme too, Esme is definitely worried that she's gonna be in handcuffs too. Because Chase was asking her questions. And if I was Chase, I would be very careful with this girl because something about her just screams like she's a younger version of Nell. So if I was Chase, I would be careful with her. Honestly, I would record every conversation I have with her. I would not technically be alone anywhere with her. Like she's demented. The girl is crazy. So Chase, watch your back. Do not fall for the charm, the whole bougie attitude. Don't fall for it. She's nuts. But I feel bad for Trina though because she's stuck in the middle of this. Because Trina really wants to believe the good in Spencer. You know what I mean? Even though she felt like, yeah, he was wrong for what he did. You know, he lied to her, what he did to Ava and stuff like that. She felt like that was wrong, but she can't help but to still think about him and want something with him. Like whether it be a friendship or something more. But I definitely think she wants more with Spencer. She's attracted to him. You know, and you can't help, you know, the heart wants what the heart wants. I just hope she know what she getting into. Because if you want him and you want to help him, you're gonna have to topple this witch. You're gonna have to get rid of this witch. And I think Trina's definitely the one to do it. Trust. Trina, I think, is the one to do it. She just gotta dig down deep and get it done. Um, so anyway, moving on from that. I actually liked the conversation that Sonny and Jason had. I was intrigued by that scene today. Sonny asked direct questions, you know, of Jason. He was like, "What's going on between you and Carly? What would have happened if I didn't walk into that room? What would have happened?" Jason, I like how he answered the questions. You know, he did it honestly and he did it with thought. You know what I'm saying? He did it very thoughtfully and honestly. You know, he was just like, "Yeah, we would have slept together." You know, he feels like, you know, his feelings for Carly came back. He was starting to fall for her again. Um, I like the honesty of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like Sonny is, you know, he considers Sonny to be a brother to him, and he's not gonna lie to him. You know, he just laid it all out there. But Jason basically made it clear, like, you know, now that you're back, everything's going back to normal. We're just all friends again. Sonny didn't buy it. I don't buy it either. I do not buy that shit either. I don't buy it. Sonny wasn't buying it. Sonny was like, yeah, but you can't turn your feelings off like that. I agree, because you can't. You cannot turn your feelings off like that. There's just no way in the world. Um, it's not possible. At the end of the day, Jason may be considered stone cold. He thinks he's a cyborg or whatever. You know, RoboCop, whatever, you know, just somebody with no feelings whatsoever. But at the end of the day, Jason, you're human. You know what I'm saying? He's a human being. You still got feelings. You still can catch feelings. So his feelings for Carly are not gone. I think he's just going along to get along because, you know, it's that bro code. You know, Sonny's back now, so he's like, you know, I got to push my feelings to the side. Well, be honest about it. I'm glad he was honest with Sonny about it. He didn't sugarcoat. He told him the truth. You know, and now Sonny's trying to comprehend all of this and see where he move forward. Honestly, I'm glad Sonny wasn't really mad at him. Like, he didn't yell at him, scream at him, cuss him out, nothing like that. You know, they had a calm adult conversation because I think all of them are just trying to sort out their feelings. Sonny's trying to sort out his feelings for Nina still, because deep down I know he is. Carly's trying to sort out not only her feelings for Jason, but how to adapt to Sonny being back in this new version of him. Because yes, Sonny is Sonny, but being in Nixon Falls and away from your family for 9 months and developing different relationships with other people, it does change you. And Sonny is definitely a changed person in a way. You know, is he fully changed? No, but that Mike is still in him. You know what I'm saying? It's like an integrated personality. So Carly's trying to navigate those waters too. But now that Sonny has the answers he's wanted, that he's been wanting, it's time for him to give Carly some answers. It's time to give, you know, his wife some information, you know, and that information is about what happened with him and Nina and Nixon Falls and his feelings. You know what I'm saying? Jason was honest with him. Now it's time for Sonny to go to Carly and be honest with her. It's only fair. You know, my honest opinion, it's only right and it's only fair. And I definitely think he should. And I'm glad he went home and Carly was like, you know, howdy, partner. It's time for them to have a real in-depth conversation. No arguing, no yelling, just straight raw honesty. And I'm here for it. Hopefully Sonny does it. So anyway, moving on from that. Ava continues to be messy. This witch went up in Nina's office and basically tried to encourage her to fight for Sonny. And I love how Nina saw right through that shit. Nina was like, listen, you are not about to use me and Sonny to, you know, what happened between us and Nixon Falls. Basically, she was like, you're not about to use this shit to your advantage. And that's exactly what Ava's trying to do. Ava is just stirring that messy pot. She is stirring that bitch like good gumbo. That's exactly what she doing right about now. And even Carly noticed. Carly sensed it too when Ava was in her office yesterday. That's why before Sonny got home, Carly called Sonny and was like, listen, we need to talk because Ava's up to something with this custody situation. She's stirring the pot. She up to something. I said, exactly. And I'm glad Nina saw right through it. Nina was like, don't try it. She was like, do not um like she forbid her basically from using it to her advantage. But you know Ava's gonna continue to try to do that. Drive a wedge between Carly and Sonny. I'm like, Ava, I love you. I do. And I love that you're messy. I do. But be realistic about what you're being messy about because this shit could blow back on you. Like it could blow back on you in a bad way. So you gotta be careful with being messy. Because sometimes being messy leads to no good. It's like be careful, Ava. Very careful. You got to if you're gonna do this, you got to do it right. Play it right now. Don't be no fool. Um, but Nina was just telling her like, yeah, Sonny's adamant that there's no future for us and he's good. But Ava basically was like, she felt like Sonny doesn't really want that old life back. Just stirring the damn pot. I'm like, Ava, be careful. Um. So anyway, moving on from that. Um. So anyway, I am super pissed that Britt suspended Austin. She suspended him until, they get word from the disciplinary review or whatever from the board about how to proceed. I feel like, honestly, for me, I really feel like he did nothing wrong. Because for one, he never technically diagnosed Leo. He just gave his opinion, his medical opinion, based off of what he noticed. Based off of what he observed when he was at the Quartermaines and stuff like that. He just gave a medical opinion. He never said that he had autism. He just suggested that it could be a possibility. And he, told them that basically they should see a specialist. He did not break any HIPAA violations, none of that. He did not do that. He never diagnosed the kid. I mean, I understand, technically Britt has a job to do and, she felt like she had to suspend him for now. But I'm glad that he realized who was behind this shit. So he had called Maxie or whatever to talk to Maxie, and she was like, "Oh, I'm at the gym." So he said, "I'm on my way." He ran into Brooklyn over there, and basically he accused her of, trying to use Britt to get to him to get leverage on him, and she trying to threaten, talking about, "Oh, well, you use Leo." Brooklyn, what do you think you're doing? You're using Leo right now. You're accusing him of using Leo, but that's what you're doing. You're using this situation with Leo to your advantage to try to get dirt on him so you can get him the hell out of here. Trying to call him all type of gold diggers and stuff. He is not no gold digger. Gold diggers are broke. Like gold diggers are trying to gain fortune. This man, yeah, he might not have Quartermaine wealth, but clearly the man ain't poor. Like he's not broke. Dude has real estate holdings. He has investments. He makes a damn good salary. So clearly he's not broke. So I don't think he's a gold digger. I just think he just wants, a seat at the table of his family. That's really what this is about. It's not like he's suing the Quartermaines for millions of dollars. He's suing for a small stake in the family company. That's what he's suing for. He's not suing for the 100% ownership or nothing like that. He wants an equal share to what Ned and Jason already have. That's what he wants. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's gold digging, in my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but like I don't see that with Austin. I really don't. I'm glad that he didn't back down from her because she basically tried to say she'll help him out and drop her little, what she did with Britt or whatever, going to Britt about him breaking HIPAA or allegedly breaking HIPAA, even though he didn't. She'll get that dropped if he drops a lawsuit. He was like, no, I'm not dropping shit. I'm not mad at him for that. I wouldn't either. He's entitled to a share. Because some people saying that, oh, well, Edward gave him up for adoption, so technically, legally, the Quartermaines are not obligated. Let me tell you something. The Quartermaines are not obligated to give anybody anything. Edward wasn't obligated to leave his family anything. But at the end of the day, just because he gave Jimmy Lee up for an adoption, Jimmy Lee was still blood relative. He was still family. Austin is still blood relatives. He's still family. Look at Michael. Sonny adopted him, and yet he's still a member of the Quartermaines. He's still inherited from the Quartermaine estate. Doesn't matter if you were given up for adoption or adopted. You're still family. You still count. Um, so if the judge, at this point, it's up to the judge. If the judge feels that he's entitled to a piece of the ELQ pie or whatever, that's up to a judge. If the judge say, nah, you're not entitled, then case closed. He doesn't get jack. You know what I mean? Like, I still feel like BLQ is playing this all wrong. I really do. Like, instead of going toe to toe with him, try to endear yourself to him just in case he does get some stock. That way, it's back in family hands, and you can count on his vote to vote for the CEO that y'all want. Simple. It's that old adage: you catch more, bees with honey. You know what I'm saying? Like, be smart about it. So anyway, I know it took a lot for Britt to swallow her pride and call Jason. I know it took a lot for her to do it, but it honestly it needed to be done because her mother's missing. She needs help trying to find her. She can't get a hold of Anna. She's not getting any new updates, so Jason is pretty much her last resort. I mean, the man offered, so I say why not call him? And as soon as she texted him and stuff like that, he came rushing right on over to see his boo. Um, I really did like Jason and Britt. I really did. I still do. Like, I have hope for them, but it's gonna have to be some changes in order for them to be together. Because all of that putting Carly first shit gonna have to stop. That is gonna have to stop immediately. Cause I'm not feeling that. Like that little tidbit right there is gonna have to stop. Like, you gotta choose. Like, Britt, Carly, which one you gonna do? But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you guys thought about it, and I'll see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.